Please stop blaming your age for weak erections or flagging energy. The truth is, the problem might have started with the very first thing you ate just 10 minutes after waking up. Every single morning, an overwhelming 9 out of 10 men over 60 fall into the same breakfast trap, a routine that quietly and systematically destroys circulation to the very part of the body that defines their masculine vitality. Most of these men don't even realize that the first food they consume either opens up their blood flow, preparing them for a day of strength and vigor, or it slowly shuts it down, contributing to a gradual decline. I'm Dr. Megan Foster, and for more than 3 decades, I've dedicated my practice to helping men restore their health and confidence without resorting to pills, injections, or temporary quick fixes. What I've seen again and again is this. Your body desperately wants to send rich, oxygenated blood to the muscles that support intimacy and strength. But it can only do that if you give it the right tools. And here's the truly exciting news. Those essential tools are not locked away in a pharmacy. They're found in 5 very specific, simple morning foods. These are foods you probably already know, but you've likely never realized just how powerful they could be for restoring masculine circulation and turning back the clock on how you feel. In this discussion, I'll show you exactly what they are, the science behind how they work, and why one of them has been helping men I work with feel tangible results in less than a single week. Stay with me, because the knowledge you're about to gain could change not only your mornings, but also your confidence as a man for years to come. When men over 60 come into my office in places from California to Maine, they often sit down with a heavy sigh and a familiar story. Dr. Foster, I guess this is just part of getting older. They've come to believe that age alone is the sole reason their energy, circulation, and erections have weakened. But I'm here to tell you that is not the full story. Here's what's really happening inside your body. As the years go by, it's true that blood vessels can naturally stiffen and narrow. This process, called arteriosclerosis, limits the amount of oxygen-rich blood that can reach the pelvic region. At the same time, the pelvic floor muscles, a small but incredibly powerful network of muscles that support erections, urinary control, and overall stability, don't get the steady stream of nutrients they need to stay strong. When these crucial muscles weaken, everything from your balance to your intimate life begins to decline. And your breakfast plays a much bigger role in this than most men ever realize. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a state of repair and fasting. It is starving for the specific vitamins, minerals, and proteins that restore circulation and rebuild tissue. Yet, what do most American men choose? A cup of black coffee, a slice of white toast with jam, a sugary cereal, or a donut on the run. These foods provide a short, sharp burst of energy, followed by a crash. But more importantly, they rob your arteries of the long-term support they need to remain flexible and open. The result feels like trying to water a garden with a hose that's been kinked. The pressure builds up in all the wrong places, but the flowers, in this case your cells, still go dry. This is precisely why your legs might feel heavy, your groin area can feel numb, and intimacy starts to fade into a distant memory. The good news is that with the right morning foods, that kink in the hose can be released, and your circulation can come roaring back to life again. Food. 1. Whole eggs, nature's repair kit. If there's a single food I wish every man over 60 would rediscover, it's the humble whole egg. For decades, eggs were unfairly criticised because of outdated cholesterol myths. But the science has dramatically shifted, and today we understand that whole eggs, especially the nutrient-dense yolks, are among the most complete, nourishing foods you can eat for circulation and muscle repair. Here's exactly why this matters for you. The yolk is a treasure trove of essential nutrients, including vitamin D, vitamin B, choline, and a powerhouse amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the construction manager for your body. It is the primary signal that tells your muscles to start repairing and rebuilding themselves. And this doesn't just apply to your biceps or shoulders. It's critically important for the deep pelvic floor muscles that support firm erections, urinary flow, and your stability as you walk. When these muscles are undernourished and weak, blood can't be trapped effectively where it needs to be. But when they're strong and well fed, they hold blood firmly in place, giving you vastly improved function and control. Starting your morning with 2 eggs, whether boiled, scrambled, or poached, provides the essential raw materials your body is craving after a long night of fasting. I've worked with men like a gentleman named Robert from Ohio, who was convinced his intimate life was over. He started by simply swapping his morning bagel for 2 scrambled eggs. Within a month, he reported a sense of renewed strength and responsiveness he hadn't felt in a decade. This isn't magic, it's biology. When you give your body what it truly needs, it responds, often much faster than you expect. Food 2. Oatmeal with chia seeds, the artery cleaner. When I ask my older male patients what they typically eat for breakfast, I often hear, just coffee, maybe a pastry or some toast. That kind of breakfast might give you a quick jolt of energy, but it does absolutely nothing to support the arteries that deliver blood where it matters most. What your body is truly crying out for is soluble fibre and circulation-friendly nutrients. And that's where the combination of oatmeal and chia seeds becomes a true powerhouse. Oatmeal contains a special type of soluble fibre called beta-glucan. Think of it as a gentle, natural scrub brush for the inside of your blood vessels. As it moves through your system, it binds to excess LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and helps escort it out of your body. This action helps clean the walls of your arteries, leaving more space for oxygen-rich blood to flow smoothly and without obstruction. For men over 60, whose arteries often have some degree of plaque buildup, this is absolutely essential for healthy function. Then when you add chia seeds, you amplify the benefits even further. These tiny seeds are packed with heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium and potassium. This trio of nutrients works together to help relax the blood vessel walls, reduce systemic inflammation, and support strong, steady blood flow throughout the body. It's like giving your entire circulatory system a fresh coat of high-performance oil, keeping everything moving without friction or resistance. One of my patients, David, a retired teacher from Pennsylvania, swapped his sugary morning cereal for a simple bowl of oatmeal topped with a tablespoon of chia seeds, a few berries, and a dash of cinnamon. Within a few short weeks, he reported feeling lighter legs on his morning walks, more sustained energy, and, to his pleasant surprise, significantly stronger function in the bedroom. It's a profound reminder that sometimes the simplest changes can make the biggest difference. Food 3. Watermelon, the bedroom fruit. Most men think of watermelon as nothing more than a sweet, refreshing summer snack. But hidden inside this vibrant red fruit is one of nature's most potent tools for enhancing blood flow. The secret lies in an amino acid called citrulline, which is found in high concentrations in watermelon. Here's how it works in your body. Once you eat watermelon, your body converts the citrulline into another powerful compound called arginine. Arginine then plays a crucial role in boosting the production of nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as the master key that unlocks your blood vessels, signalling them to relax, widen, and carry a greater volume of blood. This vasodilation is the very same physiological pathway that popular erectile dysfunction medications target. But in this case, it's fueled entirely by a natural food, not by pharmaceuticals. The results can come surprisingly fast. I've had many men tell me they noticed more sensitivity, stronger morning erections, and improved energy within just a week of incorporating a few slices of watermelon into their daily routine. And here's an insider tip I share with all my patients. The white part of the rind, which most people throw away, is actually the richest source of citrulline. Don't discard it. You can blend it into a smoothie with the red flesh, and you've effectively doubled the benefits without adding any extra sugar. A patient of mine, Michael from Florida, laughed when I first suggested he eat watermelon for breakfast. But 2 weeks later, he called my office and said, "Doc, I don't know what's in that stuff, but something's definitely waking up down there." That is the incredible power of food-based nitric oxide. It's proof that sometimes the simplest foods can spark the biggest and most welcome changes. Food C. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. This next recommendation often surprises men when I bring it up. A simple steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic sea salt. At first glance, it doesn't sound like a typical breakfast food, let alone one that could boost a man's circulation. But when you understand the biology of your body in the morning, it makes perfect sense. After 7 or 8 hours without food, your body wakes up with its fuel tank on empty. Your muscles, including the pelvic floor, need a steady source of energy called glycogen. Your blood vessels require a full spectrum of minerals to contract and relax properly. And your nervous system needs balance to fire its signals smoothly. A sweet potato with unrefined sea salt provides all 3 of these critical components. Sweet potatoes deliver slow-releasing complex carbohydrates. Unlike the sugar in a pastry, which causes a sharp spike and subsequent crash, these carbs fuel your muscles steadily without disrupting your blood sugar. This keeps your energy stable instead of collapsing mid-morning. Celtic sea salt, unlike highly processed table salt, is a game changer. It contains over 80 trace minerals, including magnesium, potassium, and calcium. These minerals help regulate nerve impulses, muscle contractions, and blood pressure, all of which are crucial for pelvic circulation and sensitivity. I suggested this simple morning change to James, a 70-year-old from Arizona who complained of heavy, numb legs and a persistent ache in his groin. He had tried everything. His new breakfast was half a steamed sweet potato with a sprinkle of Celtic salt and a glass of warm water. Within just a few days, he noticed his legs felt lighter and he felt more energy rising from the ground up. Sometimes simple balance is the key, and this breakfast delivers exactly that. The immediate action food, a simple morning starter. By now, you've seen how powerful specific foods can be for your circulation. But I want to give you one more tool, or a simple, practical choice you can begin tomorrow morning without any effort at all. A glass of warm water with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice before you consume anything else. It sounds almost too simple to be effective, but this single habit works wonders. It gently wakes up your digestive system, deeply hydrates your cells after a long night, and primes your blood vessels to open up for the day ahead. The lemon provides a healthy dose of vitamins, a natural antioxidant that strengthens the walls of your blood vessels and supports nitric oxide production. Furthermore, the hydration alone helps your blood move more freely, much like adding fresh oil to an engine before you start it. For men over 60, morning dehydration is a hidden enemy. It can thicken the blood, which reduces circulation and leaves your muscles feeling sluggish and unresponsive. By beginning your day with warm lemon water, you're setting the stage for all the other foods, the eggs, oatmeal, watermelon or sweet potato, to do their job far more effectively. A patient named Frank from California was deeply skeptical. He asked, "Doc, how could a little water and lemon possibly change anything?" But after a few weeks of starting every day this way, he came back and reported clearer energy, lighter mornings, and noticeably more responsiveness downstairs. Remember, small changes can act as the spark that lights the entire fire. This one habit costs almost nothing but can change everything that follows. How they work together. The synergy of a strong breakfast. Each of these 5 foods that, on its own, has powerful scientifically backed effects on your body. But when you begin to bring them together into a consistent morning routine, that's when the real magic begins to happen. Think of it like building a strong, sturdy house. The eggs provide the bricks, high-quality protein and essential amino acids that repair and rebuild muscle tissue, especially the all-important pelvic floor. The oatmeal with chia seeds acts as the dedicated plumbing crew, efficiently clearing out the pipes, your arteries, and making sure blood can flow freely without blockages. The watermelon functions as the master electrician, flipping on the nitric oxide switch that signals your blood vessels to open wide. The sweet potato with Celtic salt lays the solid foundation, balancing your body's minerals and providing the steady energy needed to ensure everything stands firm and functions correctly. And finally, the warm lemon water is like turning on the lights at the construction site, preparing the entire system so the workers can get started effectively. When you combine these foods into your morning routine, you're not just treating a single symptom, you're holistically addressing the root causes of weak circulation, stiff arteries, nutrient deficiencies, muscle weakness, and poor hydration. Together, they work in synergy to restore balance, improve oxygen delivery, and support the very systems that make a man feel strong, confident, and alive. This is precisely why men who commit to these foods notice not just one improvement, but many. Lighter steps, more sustained energy, clearer mornings, and stronger, more reliable intimacy. If this message is resonating with you so far, I want to pause for just a moment. These videos are made for men like you, men who want to keep their strength, their circulation, and their confidence well into their 60s and 70s and beyond. If you're finding value here, please click the like button. It helps more men discover this life-changing information. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss the next tip designed to keep your body and mind strong. Finally, please share in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing the community we're building together across the country. Now that you know the 5 morning foods, I want you to take one small manageable step within the next 24 hours. Not next week, not when you get around to it. Tomorrow morning. Pick just one of these foods and make it a part of your breakfast. It could be 2 whole eggs, scrambled or boiled. It could be a warm bowl of oatmeal with a spoonful of chia seeds. It could even be a couple of slices of fresh watermelon before your morning coffee. The point isn't to be perfect overnight. The point is to begin. When you give your body the proper fuel in that first crucial hour after waking, you send it a powerful message. You're telling your blood vessels to open. You're telling your muscles it's time to repair. And you're reminding your body that it still knows how to perform at its best. If you stay consistent, in just a few days, you may notice lighter legs, more warmth in your groin, more energy when you walk, and greater confidence when it matters most. That's how quickly the body can respond when it finally gets the right tools. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is tomorrow morning, and it starts with one simple choice. A lesson for a vital life. We've covered a lot of ground today. You've learned that weak circulation and fading confidence are not simply the unavoidable price of getting older. More often, they are the cumulative result of years of missed opportunities to nourish your body where it counts the most. And now you know the tools to begin rewriting that story. The valuable lesson is this. Your body has an incredible innate capacity to heal and restore itself at any age, but it requires the right raw materials to do its job. The power to reclaim your vitality doesn't lie in a complex medical procedure or an expensive pill. It lies in the simple, consistent choices you make every single day, starting with your breakfast plate. Remember, aging doesn't have to steal your strength. What truly steals it is the belief that nothing can be done. I have seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s completely turn things around once they started making these simple, nourishing changes. It is never too late unless you decide to give up. So here is my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, reclaim your breakfast. Choose one of these foods. Let your body feel the profound difference, and then stay with it, because positive momentum builds incredibly fast. If this video opened your eyes, click the like button so more men can find this message of hope. Subscribe for more natural, practical health advice, and please share this video with a brother, a father, or a friend who needs to hear that vitality is still possible. What part of this was most surprising to you? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one and am eager to hear from you.